Hello? Hello? This is a test? Hello? This is a test? Perfect. Okay. Um, uh, okay. I don't think anyone's watching, but that's fine. All right. So I need to figure out how to give these titles. It's probably in the dashboard thing somewhere, but I don't know where. Edit. Oh, title. Um, streaming, streaming, some Android. Game development practice. There we go. Okay. So, what was I going to do here? Bounce, bounce. I would like to make them explode. They seem to be bouncing pretty well. For the most part, there's something funny. Maybe they're speeding up too fast. What did I set that to? Only 5%. Seems like they're going a lot more than 5% faster. I mean, I can try like 2% or like 3%. Seems like so small though. There seems to be something that's causing it to. Sometimes very rapidly. Oh, that was weird. Wonder what caused that. Actually, nope, I don't mind me. I clicked it on Discord, then went to it on YouTube. Oh, I see. So you like double did it. So yeah, as you can see, I kind of have it working. I was in like extreme hell with this the other day, but now it's like kind of glitchy, but sort of working. So I'm curious how I could like reduce the glitchiness. I'm trying to identify like what. I guess one issue is that like this could be kind of tricky to solve, but if there's a situation where there's a ball between the rectangle and the side, I should probably make the rectangle bounce. Bounce like early, not bounce off the side. But I could do that by checking if there's a ball clipping with the rectangle, and then just bouncing the rectangle, I guess. But I don't know if I would want to. I don't know if I'd want to have a separate bounce function, or like just somehow like use the regular bounce function, but like no, that might mess everything up. It only really seems to happen like between the sides. I guess it happens like maybe very infrequently at the top, but it seems to be more of an issue with the sides. But I do have a separate, so I made like a impact with collision in the rectangle one. So I could just have like I could just redo this completely in the rectangle one and have it checking if it's clipping. But then it's very tricky. Cause like, yeah, it would just be like if the rectangle is within radius of the side and it's clipping with a ball, then bounce it. And I think I have a method to check if it's clipping with rectangle. So this method checks to see if the rectangle is clipping with the shape. But I need to make, basically I would need to make a list of all of the balls. And then where is this shape coming from anyway? Check. Okay. So move with collision detection takes shapes anyways. So I already have all the shapes. So we need like filter the shapes out. Shape, which I could just reuse some of this stuff. I don't need that part. I just need the filter. Okay. And then shapes.stream filter, and then change this to not, maybe? Oh. That's weird, because it is instant, you would think. Maybe I'll just write it the old-fashioned way and S S instance of rectangle, but then I want to negate that. Okay. Well, that works. So, oh, come on. What? Oh, shape. Okay. List of shapes. Shapes.stream filter is not an instance of rectangle. I don't need to cast it. What the heck is this? Why is this mad? Navigate to previous declared variable shapes. Oh, okay. Non-rectangles. That's kind of a brutal one, but make a new hello game. Aren't the collisions centered? It looks like it's doing a weird continuous collision when it touches. Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Hold on, I'm just gonna move IRC there so I can see your chat as well as IRC in case someone talks there. I don't know what you mean by it looks like weird continuous collision when it touches. Like you mean in general or just when it touches with the wall? Because I feel like in general, it seems to more or less bounce. But when it's jammed into the wall, it creates a problem. Create one ball and let it collide. Oh, you mean just not a million balls, just one ball? Sure. Reset rectangle. I can't do one. Well, I'll try and do as few as possible. It's kind of hard. There, that's two. That's pretty good. Oh, okay. So that was something funny there. Yeah, it's like sometimes it kind of gets like stuck, but I don't really know what's causing that. Yeah. Hmm. So I think what would be causing that is it seems to be the funny thing is it doesn't seem to happen all the time, which would be a lot easier if it did, because see, like that worked. But then there it like paused. Oh, okay. So the pause seems like it's happening when. So the logic that I have is basically this. So does it happen when the enemy score increases? Geez, I don't know. Enemy is the gray one. It should be the same. The only thing that's different about the enemy and non-enemy is there's a Boolean on the rectangle class that just says enemy false or positive, true or false. So the behavior of both the rectangles should be identical. The only thing that's different is just that Boolean. So oh, I don't have my keybind set up. So no, it's in shape. All that the enemy works off of is check direction. Um. Oh, geez, where is it? See, this is the problem with side effects, is you can't figure out what is happening. It must be check clip, I guess. No. Hmm. Oh, okay. So, oh, set impact. Oh, here it is. So yeah, so it bounces and then set impact, and then the enemy thing is just if it's a player, impact is player. If it's an enemy, impact is enemy. And then I always just set impact to miss. So it starts out as miss. If so, this filters on check clip, which returns whether it's clipping with a shape or not. If there is a shape that's clipping based on that filter, find first if present. So find first is always going to find. Oh, maybe it's the find first. No, what this is going to do. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Maybe this needs to be like find any. Let's see if that does anything. Maybe what's happening is it's only bouncing one at a time because I did find first. It's possible. Oh, yes. That looks better, doesn't it? Oh, there was kind of a funky thing there. But I know what's causing that. Um, that's way better. I think what was happening is so this. Yes, it still kind of happens sometimes when they're going really fast, maybe, or something. I mean, I could always just reduce the speed where they're being destroyed because it might be something really weird with like, because they destroy at a certain speed. I could just reduce that speed. Um, that's in bouncing ball view. Let's reduce that and see if that helps. Um, remove, remove is too fast. Um, let's try like 50 because it's kind of excessive anyways. And I think there could be some glitching happening because if it gets too fast, like if it's moving at 100 and that this shape is less than 100 pixels, then there's going to be weirdness where it's like going through the shape or doing something really weird like that. So maybe if it's just not going so crazy, it might be a little bit better. But what I want to do is I want to try and get the bouncing reasonable, and then I want to make them explode because I think that would be funny. Okay, this seems pretty good. Okay, yeah, there's a weird sort of a thing where if they hit just in a certain place, it causes the wrong um, function to trigger. I'm not exactly sure how to fix that. This seems significantly better. Okay, there was that weird thing happened again there. where it like stops for a second. It does seem to be related to the speed. It seems to happen when they're going faster. So the thing that's causing them, so the logic for which direction they bounce was kind of tricky. I think it's, yeah, check direction. Okay, so I make a list called directions, which is of type direction. Type direction is direction and distance. Okay, that's all that is. And then, so it's a list of values, and basically min x minus r max. So this is the minimum x value of the shape minus the maximum x value of the rectangle. And the same thing with, oh yeah, no, so this is the same thing in reverse, and then the y. So then it takes a bunch of values basically to see which of those. So first I check to see if it's clipping, and then if it's clipping, I check to see which side it's closer to. Is it closer to x? Is it closer to the max x, the min x, the max y, or the min y of the rectangle? And then if it's closer to the x, I bounce it, I change its x value. And if it's closer to the y, I change its, and then so bounces magnitude, the rectangle's speed. Oh, that's just the y speed, yeah. If the y speed, the magnitude of the y speed of the rectangle is greater than the magnitude of the speed of the y, so it just like gets rid of plus and minus. That's all magnitude does. It just distance from zero, basically. If the distance of zero is greater for the rectangle, then, oh, yeah, is this right? Yeah, then I set the speed of the ball to the speed of the rectangle, and then I give it a speed multiplier. So basically, it hits the rectangle, it gets the rectangle's direction and speed, and then I multiply that speed by some multiplier, which I think is like 3% or something. I mean, I could try just messing with this value and just making it higher for that initial bounce and just see what that does. It'll give that initial bounce just more of a speed increase. Because the issue might be that in some cases it's like, I don't know, maybe that is better. The other thing I did in that switch statement is I set the yeah, it does go into minus. So that's what I'm saying. If basically just ignoring this part of the line and just this part, and just say if the rectangle's moving faster, it gets the rectangle's y speed. If the rectangle's moving slower, reverse its speed. And then I give it a speed multiplier. But the reason why sometimes it's messing up, when it hits right on the edge, it's confusing this logic here, where either the x and the y, like the distance from the x and the distance from the y are equal, so that it's like, because they're equal, it's taking the first branch of the switch, I think is probably what's happening. So it's like, but what I could do, perhaps, yeah, so that's what happens when it hits the corner. It doesn't know which one of these. So what I could do is I could have like it would greatly increase the complexity of this whole thing. But I could have a situation where like if the x and the y are below a certain threshold in difference, meaning it's close to a corner, then call bounce x and bounce y, maybe. And then I could just have that as the first. So like, but it needs to be, yeah, it needs to be like if left and right less than, or like if left and down, or if left less than and up less than. I mean, it's going to be kind of gnarly, but it would be something like if uh and then I could just do an early return. Oh, this is not going to be good. Okay, if largest dot direction dot, oh boy, direction largest. Okay, yeah, no, I don't want that. I want hmm. So I could do a filter that was like directions dot stream dot filter d uh d less than, I don't know, like 5. It's just, I don't really know. It'd be like dot find any uh dot um find any dot collect, yeah, to list. Why is this mad at me? 'Cause it's like 5F. Wait, what? Oh, it's like D dot distance. Yeah. D dot distance is less than. Okay. So this is a list of directions that are less than 5. So it's directions, filter, directions, D dot distance. Distance is less than 5 pixels. Find any. Stream, collect. Why is this yelling at me? Context actions. Oh, yeah, of course it's ignored, yeah. But then I need to do like if I need to save this to a variable that's like directions, direction, multi-direction, I don't know, equals, oh no, it needs to be a list of directions. List direction. Okay, so give me a list of directions that are less than 5. If multi-direction dot uh-oh. Can I not get the length of this? Oh, dot size is greater than 2. Bounce X, bounce Y, return. Okay, that'll either work or just completely break it. I have no idea. Kind of just made that up as I went along. Okay. So in theory, it should make it so if it bounces off a corner, it will reverse the X and the Y. Doesn't seem to be working. I could try like 10 or something. Oops. Or let's just go crazy and make it like 50. You think it worked? Yeah, it kind of seems like it did. So if it hits the corners now, it should. I don't know. Is it working? It's hard to tell. No, there. Seems to kind of work. The issue seems to be watch the ball go from diagonal down right to hitting the top right corner of the rectangle and going diagonal down left. Yeah, I mean, there's some funkiness for sure. But it's definitely getting a lot better. Dude, I mean, I don't know if you watched the old stream that I did. Oh, I was just in hell. It wasn't working at all, and I had no idea why. I just like totally refactored everything. I made like for the assignment, I just made the worst code you could possibly imagine. And just handed it in. And it was like impossible to refactor it. So But now it seems to be working. So the fun part, or it's working well enough, I think, anyways. I was one of the ones that didn't hand it in. Oh, you didn't hand in the assignment at all, or you didn't hand in the, or you didn't hand in the, anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, so then the fun part, this is the fun part I wanted to do. I'm going to clean this line up because it's like 2 million characters long. So we'll just drop it all down onto individual lines, the filter, and then we'll just put that on one line because it's all kind of just doing one thing. Okay, that's much better. Man, I tell you, ever since I learned these list methods with the stream, I'm just enjoying Java way better. It just makes the code so much cleaner. You don't have a million like if statements everywhere. The only thing is I don't know if you can do an early return with the stream. Anyway, I'll figure that out maybe later. So what I want to do is I want to make it explode. So what I want to do is because the shapes hit the rectangle, they go faster and faster and faster. And when I want them to hit a certain point and then explode. So I think maybe what I'm going to do is let's see if I can merge. Wait, how do I merge? I don't really know how to use the. Oh, you handed it in. Oh, well, that's fine then. I'm sure he doesn't care if it's like a couple days late. I don't even know how to merge. Well, I should do a commit first, because. Okay. Commit. Bouncing, working acceptably. Added logic to handle corner bounce. Oh, you know what I should do before? I commit is I should do a logcat in here. Log dot I to make sure this is even doing anything. It might not be doing anything. Log dot I. Ooh, that might. No, because it's just setting the impact. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, log dot I tag corner corner bounce. I apparently spelled corner wrong. Okay, and then let's see if that's triggering. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. Oh. Oh, I never clicked the. Okay, so now I have to figure out. Wait. Yes, I got it. Okay. Wait, how do I? It's not letting me package mine tag. Ugh. I find this filter feature is like really weird. It's like annoying to use. Okay. All we have to do is see if it's there at all. Jesus Christ. Okay, that should have been 2 corner bounces right there. Bounce bottom side. You can't page up, are you kidding me? I guess this is page up. No, it's something else. Logcat is, I don't know, I feel like it could be improved. I guess I just don't know how to use it, but bounce right side, bounce right side. I don't see any. Interesting. Maybe it's not doing anything. D dot distance less than 50. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess the problem is situations where, I mean, it could easily be less than. They're always going to be less than 50, I would think, now that I think about it. Okay, I could do like a logcat or log.i corner, and then do multi-direction dot size. Oh god, do I have to do like a string format or something? Oh yeah, okay. All right. I don't know. Not going to spend too much more time on this because I'd like to try and make them explode. But I am curious if that's doing anything. Oh my god, this logcat is just going to drive me to drink. Sending one-way calls to frozen process. Well, that sounds bad. What the bejeezers? It's like, it's not even calling check direction at all. Oh, why is this even working? I've missed a semicolon. Should have crashed. Makes no sense. Oh, one. One, 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 one. It's always one. Why is it always one? Oh. No, that makes no sense. It's always one. Okay, what if I make this less than 5,000? Oh, yeah, corner less than, it's 1, it's 1. It's always 1. What the heck? Why is it always 1? Oh, maybe I don't want this at all. Let's try that. But I thought find any would find... Okay, now it's definitely working. Well, maybe not working, but it's triggering at any rate. Okay, so then let's go back to making this like 5 or something. Yeah, I think find any, I thought find any, well, it wasn't even doing anything. It made no sense to even use it. Okay, I think that corner thing's working now. Maybe. I don't know what you think if you're watching still. Seems a lot better. Okay, now the fun part, or what I hope is going to be fun, is I want to try and make an explosion. So what I want to do is I want to make it so, let's get rid of this, it's distracting. I want to make it so that they go faster and faster and faster, then they get removed. Then I want it to explode into like 20 shapes. I don't know if this is going to lag it. Make it explode into 20 shapes and then that appear like in a random pattern around where it was, and then have them fall down and then destroyed when they hit the bottom of the box. Now that I'm saying it out loud, this sounds way harder. Okay, so I need to make a new class called Explosion. Yes. Yes, I want to add it. Okay. So the explosion is going to need to have... It's going to need to have basically a list of maybe I should make like a particle class as well. New Java class particle. Particle. Okay. So we have explosion, and the explosion will be a list of particles. It's going to be called particles. Okay. And we're going to make a constructor public explosion. I don't know if it needs to take anything. Well, it'll need to take... It's going to need to take where it needs to be. So it's going to be float x, float y. So it's location. And it's going to... It's going to make a list of particles. Which... Okay, list of particles. needs to make a list of particles. List. Okay, this dot particles equals list particle. Oh, okay, I see what I need to do. I need to make a random number. I don't remember how to do the random numbers. Oh, rand equals new random. Rand dot next int. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Particle, it's going to be like an integer. Int particle quantity equals new random dot next int. Wait, how did I do it again? Where's my mouse? Next int. Oh, 7, right. Next int, I don't know how many particles we want. Let's say 10. Seems like a reasonable number. So this dot particle equals I guess we could just use a for loop for now. For int I equals 0. I is less than particle quantity, I plus plus. And then this dot particles dot add new particle. There. Okay. So when we call particle, it's going to create an integer particle quantity. Oh, no. We want to do it like a minimum of 5 and a maximum of 10. So it's going to create a particle quantity, which is a random number between 5 and 10, which is going to create a new particle in the for loop for every whatever. For everyone, it's going to create a new one of those particles. Okay. So now, I suppose, is a particle a shape? I don't know. Probably not. No, it doesn't need all this stuff. It needs to just be its own thing. It just doesn't need any of this. So, I mean, I could make another class shape and then make technically that's just very bare bones. And then this could be like bouncing shape, and then I could have rectangle be, I don't know. I think it's easier to just make a new class, because really it's just its own thing. So then, okay, it needs a method. Needs two methods. Public spread particles. Okay. Which, oh, just returns void, I guess. Or no, it needs to return, oh boy. I think it needs to return a list of particles. Spread particles. Why has it got me over on the side here? I feel like this is like, there. Okay. Return particles. I mean, I guess this is really just a getter, essentially is all this is. I just call it get particles, return particles. Okay. So this creates the list of particles. This returns the list of particles. Do I even want to return the? Yeah. Because I'm going to need to store the list in the bouncing ball view. I feel like the particles need to store their own location. But they're just going to need to be like a random. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. So it's probably good. It's mad because there's no constructor, but just make a constructor. Okay. Public particle float x float y. This dot x private float x and private float y. This dot x. So okay, this dot x equals, and we'll make a new random int rand. How does this even work? Random equals rand. No, random rand equals new random. Something like that. Seems like kind of a cursed. I don't know. Just do it on this line. This dot x equals new random. Dot next int. So then this we just want to be totally random. So let's say like 50. But I want this number to be between, like, can you do like that? What's this saying? Remove redundant arguments. Wonder how I get a random number that could be negative or positive. Okay, Java random number negative to positive. Let's see what this says. To get a random number between a set range with min and max, int number equals random.nextInt max minus min plus min. $30 plus 10 minus 10. Oh, you just add the minus. Oh, yes. Okay, that's obvious. It should be obvious. Okay. So then we want it to be 100 minus 50, I guess? No. Okay, so if it's 100, it would be 50. If it's 50, it would be 0. If it's 0, it would be minus 50. I think that's what we want. Okay, so then we want to move the x by a random value between okay, so then we pass in the x and the y, and then we create a random x and a random y between. No. We wanted plus y plus x. So sometimes they might shoot off the screen, but I guess that doesn't really matter. Okay. So then I think all we really need to do is public draw no idea how I did that. Public void draw and then it's gonna need paint and a bounds, I think. Okay, let's get rid of this because it's obviously not relevant anymore. Okay, and then we're gonna need to set those in the constructor. Okay. Oh, and we should probably give it a color because we want it to explode and be the same color as the one that exploded. So then int color. Oh, but now it's mad because color. And now there's no color, so we need color. Oh, oops. Int color. There we go. Okay. So then I don't know why it's telling me. Oh, it's because we're not actually using it. That's fine. So then the draw will be just, I could just borrow the code from this one probably, which is, oh no, it's in draw. Okay. Just copy and paste this. And I don't think we need that super. I don't even know what that's doing, to be honest. Article. Yeah, we don't need that. Okay. So I mean, to get really fancy, we could detect if it's a circle and have the circles blow up. Oh, maybe I'll do that later. Okay, we'll just do a radius as well as same as before. Private, radius equals. I think the other ones are 50, so we're probably going to want this to be like. Maybe that should be bigger then. Let's say like 200. 100. Yeah, because if the radius is already 50, and then the radius of this, we want it to be pretty small, like 5 or something. Let's say 10. Why is this mad at me? Private, what is it, like static final or something? Oh, I don't have a type. Okay. So then it's going to be x minus radius. It's not radius, but whatever. Because this is going to be a rectangle, so I don't know what you call the width of a square. Probably should, though. Okay. So then we're going to draw a rectangle with a color at a location. Okay. So then this needs to be in the on draw with the remove if. Where's the remove if? Remove if. Okay. So then remove if is gonna, we'll have to do it in is too fast. Okay, so up here we need a list of particles. Private list particles. No, we'll just call it particles. Why is it mad? Because I don't have list imported. There it is, okay. Okay, so now I have a particle list. So we're gonna add. No. We want an explosion list. Yes. Explosions. Okay. And then remove if. And then this is gonna remove. This is gonna. Okay. Shapes dot stream dot filter s speed oh no, we really just want filter shape is too fast. Collect. No, we don't want to collect if present. No. What is it, map or something? Hmm. Couldn't particle. Yeah, particle could be a mini shape, but I think it doesn't. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of like. Basically, the answer is yes, but a particle doesn't need most of this stuff. Maybe it will eventually. I mean, it doesn't need any of this max stuff. It doesn't need to track impact. It doesn't need a speed multiplier. So really it just shares this part. But then not even this part because the radius is, so it's really just this. So then essentially I'm going to have to make a shape parent class, which is going to be like shape, which is just this. I mean, this is probably the right way to do it, I guess. And then shape would be that particle, and then it would take this stuff. I mean, that's the correct probably way to do it, but probably I'll just end up doing it this way, and then maybe I'll refactor it. Because, yeah, technically it is still a shape, but all it really shares is just a couple of things. And I'm not sure that having them together is even... Like, the amount of code I'm repeating is like 5 lines, so it's really not. Yeah, because even the constructor is going to be completely different. So there's like almost... And the onDraw would be shared. I don't know. I don't think it's really worth the hassle right now, to be honest. Okay. But yeah, probably it should be. Okay. Bounds.set, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So... Um... All right. Bouncing ball view. Map RS. New explosion. New explosion. I don't know how to do this. Oh, right. I need to... Oh, yes. S dot X, S dot Y, S dot... Do shapes not have colors? What? Oh. Um... Shapes don't really have colors. They have a paint. Okay. Dot, um, S dot paint. Oh, shoot. Oh, paint dot get color. Dot. Oh, so the explosion. Okay, so that I think will create a new explosion. So we want to collect that into a list. And then we want to make list explosion equals that. No. Explosions dot add. Is that allowed? Add. How do you do this? Oh my god, what have I done? So like add all or something? Oh, okay. I think I would do this. Okay, that works. So explosions dot add all, and then why is it not? So this map isn't really isn't returning. Suppress draw allocation. Huh. I don't know what that means. Okay. So I believe that's going to... Okay, take the shapes, filter if it's too fast. If it's too fast, create a new explosion at these coordinates with the color of the shape, and then collect it into a list and add it to the explosions list. Holy bajoli, that was complicated. And then we want to do explosions dot we could just do another one of these stream things. Stream dot I don't know if this is map or not, but I think it is. Dot map. No. Explosions dot yes. Oh my gosh, this is complicated. Explosions dot particles. Wait, what? I thought it should have a particles list. Maybe it doesn't. No, it must. Explosions. Oh, right. Okay, I'll just use a for loop for now. For explosion, E, explosions, explosion, or no, E dot particles. Uh-oh, this is like a double for loop. Well, no, I need a draw method, just explosions.draw. And then in explosions, we really don't need this get particles. We just need public. It doesn't need to return anything. It just needs to draw them. Public draw. And then it's going to be whatever, for particles, P. Particles. Particle. No, p dot draw. Oh. Apparently we need the canvas. Which makes sense. Canvas. Which means draw canvas. Oh. I give this about a 5% chance of working. Okay, well, I don't know. See if it works. It probably won't. Oh, it's crashed. Yes. It's always a good sign. Attempt to invoke interface method Boolean Java blah blah blah. Oh. Wait, what? Attempt to invoke interface method Boolean collection on a null object reference. It's probably because there's no explosions. Or there's no shapes. Oh. It's because we're trying to draw explosions and there's no explosions yet. Here, what if I remove this? I think it'll work. Nope. Oh, for the love of all that is holy. Out of order buffers detected. That sounds bad. Okay, well, what's breaking? I mean, I assume that's what's breaking it. Hmm. Oh, probably I need to do... Can I do if present or something? I don't know. Find any. Now this is mad at me. Hmm. Oh. Dot get. I guess. Oh. Hmm. Oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna simplify this. What if I get rid of this? And instead of add all, we're just gonna make a list explosion equals, no, a list of shapes. Um, explode. Okay. That should give a list of explode. Explodable. I don't know. Okay. If explodable size greater than 0, well, we'll just do a for loop for explodable. No, for shape E explodable. Explosions dot add new explosion E dot X E dot Y E dot paint dot get color. That might work. What the heck? I'm gonna null object reference. Oh, I see the issue probably. I don't initialize. Oh, that's the problem. Maybe. This dot explosions equals explosions equals new that's probably what it is, because I didn't initialize the explosions list. Ah, hooray. Okay, so when it tried to explode, it crashed, I think is what happened there. Explosion line 15. Same thing, I didn't initialize the list. See, this is the problem with not knowing anything about Java. This dot particles equals new array list. There, that should fix that. In theory. Oh! It worked! I don't know if you're still watching, but we've got explosions. That worked about as well as I could have expected. I don't know. It's kind of fun to just... Do I want them to drop, or are they just, like, splattering? And the color matches and everything. That's pretty cool. Okay, I think what I want them to do is the explosion is gonna have like a... It's gonna have an on-draw method that's gonna make these explosions drop. But I think it would look really cool if they started slow and then went faster and faster. So it was like paint hitting the wall and then like sliding down. This is considerably more entertaining. It's almost like one of those old Flash games with the way the blood just got plain. That's as soon as I saw it. Yeah, just the way it's like, it's just splattering. So I feel like the explosions could probably be a little bigger and a little bit more spread out. So let's say 10 plus 5. So between 10 and 15. And then the location, let's try 300. That looks pretty good. Although maybe, I think with the 300, it probably needs to bump up to like 20. Ah, what the heck. You only live once. Let's go 25 and see what that's like. Perfect. I think that's great. That's perfect. Splat. Oh, you know what? So they do need a speed. Uh, oh. Ooh. If you wanted to really get fancy, what you could do is have them explode and then get a speed based on how far away they explode from the center. So they would have an X speed based on their X distance from the center, and then a Y speed. And the Y speed would start at 0 and increase by 5 every time. And the X speed would start at like some divisor of the distance and then deduct every time until it hits 0. So they kind of explode, go sideways to some extent, and then start dropping. Okay, so how are we going to implement that? I'm going to be right back. Okay, so if they're gonna have a speed X and a speed Y, they really should just be shapes. But I just don't feel like refactoring that right now. So I think right now I just want to get it working, and then I'll refactor it properly later. Okay, so yeah, so it's gonna need to have a private float speed. Speed Y and speed X. We can just initialize that to 0 because it's going to start at 0. And then in the constructor, we can give the X using, but we're going to need to separate these out. Just this one, actually. So int X, I don't know, distance X or something. Or I guess it should be technically like delta X or something. We'll just call it delta X. Int delta X equals new, and well, we'll just grab this. I don't understand why, what this plus X does. Oh, right, that's that X. Oh, geez. That's kind of confusing. Okay. Right, Y dollar, enter, and then, wait, what? Oh, I should probably give it a name. I gave it a name. Why is this mad at me? Oh, okay. What's it give me then? A float? Oh, well, it's probably better anyway. Okay, so then X delta X. And then speed X equals, no, this dot speed X equals delta X divided by, so it's a number between, oh wait, this is wrong. It should be 150. So it's a number between negative 150 and 300. maybe by 10. I don't know. Let's try 20. Public void move particle. Speed. Speed. If speed x is greater than 3. I don't know. I'm gonna have to tweak it probably. Speed x minus equals 3 equal to or greater than 3. So then that will allow the speed to drop to speed x to drop to 0. And then speed y, we'll just do like plus equals 5 or something. I don't know. Yeah, sure. Or like, let's make it the same number. And then E dot, wait, what did I call it? Oh, right. Okay. Public void move. And then just loop over the particles. And then particle dot move. It's called move. So you move them first and then you draw them. Well, we'll see what that does. Why is this mad at me? Oh yeah, that's that weird draw allocation thing. What's this? Oh, okay. All right, let's see. Okay, they're not moving. It's weird. Why are they not moving? Oh, I'm an idiot. Speed y, no, y minus equals speed y x equals plus equals speed x. Right, I didn't update the x and y, I just updated the speed. I probably could just make the speed like, well, maybe not actually. Oh! Oh! Okay, well that's not exactly working as intended. I assume that means this should be plus equals. I'm not entirely sure why. Did you see them shooting up? I also think they're moving like way faster than I want them to. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I think the X needs to be a little bit more, it needs to shoot out a little bit more, which is easy to fix. And I'm going to decrease the Y by less, by like 1. And then let's say divided by 10, which was my original plan. Okay, let's try that. That is a surprisingly pretty good looking particle effect for a crappy Java game, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I don't want, maybe I should divide the X speed. Instead of deducting it. So that instead of just hitting 0, it just and then I don't need this. X divide equals like 2. But it's so small to begin with. See if it works. Might work. Still seems like it's basically just stopping pretty quickly. Maybe I need to divide it by like 1.2 or something. Like a really small amount. Why is this yelling at me? Sure. Oh, we got like super slow rectangles. Uh, it's weird how sometimes they just like blast off the screen. I don't really know what's causing that. I think I might even bump this up to like 400. Bump that up to like 400. Yeah. I mean, now it's kind of just splitting hairs at some point. Oh yeah, because it's like right, they shoot off the screen because I made it so that the X value is based on like the speed that their X is at. Wow, I'm amazed that I had the forethought to do that. There's a bunch of errors popping up in the logcat, which I should probably fix at some point, but why is that like extreme light speed now? Oh, is it like lagging or something? It might be lagging or something. I don't know why it's like light speed. I have no idea what I did to make it light speed. Okay. Hold on. Oh no, what did I do? Am I even still streaming? Oh, darn it. I accidentally got rid of the stream thing. Oh yeah, it's still working. Okay. Anyway, I think that's probably just want to see if Trevor's there. If he can if he wants to watch it for 2 seconds. But seems like he's not even there. But I think I'm pretty happy with it for today. Well, anyway, he can see the VOD if he wants to. My dog's. I've been doing this for 2 hours, and my dog really wants me to take her for a walk, so I think I'm gonna stop for today. But oh, there he is. I'm assuming he joined. Maybe someone else joined. I don't know if anyone has any other suggestions for stuff I could add to it. The color list probably is a little silly. All right, I'm gonna log off. I'll talk to you later.